Hello? Hello, welcome. Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm just getting suited up. One sec. I was a little bit late today. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Oh, you got a football game? They're playing outside today? That should be chilly. Ah! That's what I didn't want to happen. It's fine. Oh, just my mic pack fell. It's okay though. Just some technical difficulty. No, just physical difficulties. There's no technical difficulties. So far, so good today, actually. Stream Elements is working.
What?
It's fine. It's fine, guys. This is what I was... It fell out. I gotta re-put it back in there. One sec. How's everyone's morning going, though? I'm, like, sleepy today, but I'm excited to cook all the yummy food. So here we are. We got up early today and went and charged the car. Went and saw if the charger is actually usable, and it is on the one side, so that was very exciting. We don't have to drive extra far now. And then what else did we do? Oh, we just went and grabbed, what, yogurt on sale? We were just chilling this morning. It was nice. And yeah, it's like kind of snowy out now. I don't know if we were supposed to get any snow, but there's, yeah, decent amounts falling. Okay, one sec. Oh my gosh. It only takes like 5 minutes to put the apron on for stream, as you can see. It's fine though. Okay, we're here. We're ready. Yeah, and now someone does an apron switch. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Okay, Bonk was in here first. Bonk, you're like playing around with the mod things. I love it because I saw that the title was changed. I was like, wait, what? I didn't go on here yet. You sneaker. Kimmers saw Bonk doing stuff too. Thanks for being first, friends. Okay, who else we got? Yet it is. Hello, yeah, happy weekend. We made it through the work week. Cookie, good to see you. Michael, welcome back. It is starting to warm up. Yeah, it feels nice out. Only minus 13. I think we'll go for a walk later after stream. It's been a couple days. What?
Definitely.
Oh, I thought you said nope, definitely not.
You said I think, and I said no. Definitely.
It's a definitely. It's not an I think.
Yeah.
Nice, Cookie. Your furnace parts should be in on Monday. Holy. So you're at your house right now? Oh no, you're just running the sinks on a drip. That is so stressful. That is chilly Palooza, minus 24F. That is chilly, I know this. Palooza, when you put on your thermals and insulated pants this morning, you're thinking you didn't dress this warm when you used to ski. Right? We didn't wear that much clothes. Thinking back to like the school trips and stuff, you only wore like what? Your one jacket and snow pants, and that's it? Now you need so many layers. You're too impatient to sit through the 10 minutes. Hilarious. Yeah, Samo's been walking around with just his Udi and like pajama shorts, and the looks he get are hilarious. I have to say that. Okay, friends, let's get into cooking today. It's gonna be a delicious one for sure. We picked up a really nice pork shoulder earlier this week, so we're gonna use some of it today on stream, and then we're gonna save some of it for tomorrow, and we're actually gonna grind it and make meatballs from it for Mish's Danish menu redemption for her pots and pans points. It still doesn't get old. Maybe next year we'll change the sub song. Thank you very much, Cookie, subscribing at not only tier 1, but tier 2 for 56 months in a row. Holy shit. That's a long time, man. No, I don't want to restart right now.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Windows, but thanks for asking at least. Yeah, balls tomorrow, Bonk. Tasty balls that we've never had before. We're learning about them. That's weird, Paloozer, the wool socks thing. Okay, friends, here is our menu for the day. Pretty simple menu, really. We are going to do some fun things, like we are going to mill our own grits today again. We made these not that long ago, actually, these cheesy corn grits. Remember when we made them with the shrimp and grits dish? That is a very popular southern dish in the States. Well, we made that when Sam was not around. Yeah, like last month only, right? But I was like, I need to make these while he's home. So we're gonna make them again because they were seriously so good. So we're gonna slow roast a pork shoulder. We're gonna like stuff it with garlic cloves in the meat and then like rub it with rosemary and stuff. I linked a really good recipe for it that I found online. So check that one out. And then our cheesy corn grits, which were already in Discord. And then like sauteed cabbage and shredded carrot is just like a really simple veggie side dish that I thought would go great with this stuff. Also 2 vegetables that are in season right now and not like super duper expensive. Although like the cabbages in the store were massive yesterday. So our cabbage cost $10. There was no smaller cabbage options. It's huge though, like it's actually so dang heavy.
Cabbage.
It's only a cabbage though. I can get 6 chicken thighs for $8 if we're like comparing options here. Okay, let me dig this out first and foremost. And then we'll get the oven on for the pork. So how we usually do roasted pork like this. So we're not making pulled pork. I have actually had like so much pulled pork in my life that I'm kind of like over it now. So we're just gonna roast it. So it's gonna be tender but not falling apart to the point where you can pull it. I actually like when it has a little bit of bite and chew to it. And how we usually do that is we'll get it all like seasoned up. I was digging in there for a bit. And then we'll pop it in the oven at like 425 Fahrenheit to get it all seared on the outside. So you start with a high heat if you're gonna roast your pork. And then once it's all seared up, nice and golden brown on the outside, we'll turn down the oven to like 275, 300, depending on how hot or cold your oven cooks. And then I will like often at that point pour a little bit of liquid into the roasting pan with the pork and then like cover it, whether you're cooking it in a roasting pan with a lid or we'll probably just pop some foil over top. And then it doesn't usually take more than 3 hours. Maybe leave yourself 4 hours just in case. But yeah, we've often had this pork done from a pork shoulder in 3 hours and it is so like unctuous and juicy. It's just awesome. Standard pulled pork is kind of meh now. Yeah, like Mexican pulled pork carnitas, so much better, right? Yep. There was those like couple years where the world just went crazy for pulled pork. It was on every single menu. And most people did not make it right. So they often would just like overcook it to the point where it's like kind of stringy and weird textured. I hate that. Like I've had that so many times that it's kind of ruined that texture and flavor for me, right? So yeah, we've tried doing pork in this way instead and it's actually like almost better. You have a nice recipe for root beer pulled pork done in a slow cooker? Nice. I don't like anything too sugary. I will say, like especially with meats, I don't often do anything too sweet. Yeah, it's like mushy and then they just dose it with more sauce so it's even more mushy.
It's only just reheated.
Yeah. Yeah, and then whatever they had left over from the day before, they'll just put it into the next batch. So it's like forever you have that texture. No, thank you. So we're going to do something different today. Check out the recipe I linked because it looks really, really good. Here's our big ass cabbage that we got. So you just got to peel off the outside. I usually leave those like dried up leaves on the outside because it's a built-in packaging for when you pop it in the fridge. But this has got to be like easily a 5-pound cabbage. Wendy's had a nice pulled pork sandwich. I don't remember the last time I've even eaten at a Wendy's. What kind of cabbage? It's just a head of green cabbage. The biggest cabbage ever. Okay, I'm going to take the pork out of the package because we had it frozen and then it leaked like a lot of purge out. You guys know what that is, like the bloody juices when it thaws. So I'm just gonna unpack it in the sink here next to me and then we'll cut it up what we need to roast and then grind on the side here. It's as big as your head. It seriously is. That's a very large cabbage. We'll probably use like a third of it today. But the nice thing when you buy a cabbage like that is it lasts a long time in the fridge if you pack it up properly. So cabbage for a month easily. Old style, Wendy's has never had a nice anything. What about the Frosties? They can't be that bad. They can't be that bad. Okay, just grabbing a plastic cut-in board for us. Anyone play Far Cry 3? I don't think any of the boys here play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
So is Sam.
Samo played it? I don't know.
Played it, yeah.
They say they played it, but they aren't currently playing it. Bonk, you like a Dave's Double and chili on occasion? I used to fox so hard with like, so here in Canada, we often will have like our Wendy's attached to our very Canadian, that everyone knows, Tim Hortons. So like to me, the Tim Hortons chili is basically the Wendy's chili. I used to love that, like after soccer practice or something. Go get chili and a bun. I don't think it's the same anymore though, is it? I can't imagine it tasting the same. Just going off of like inflation prices that we're paying. Wavek, you used to like the chili, but it's been over a decade since you have it. Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, so this pork shoulder, we paid $22 for a whole pork shoulder blade, boneless. So there's no skin on it either. And it's 3 kilos of meat. Okay, I'm gonna bring this closer. $22 for 3 kilograms. It's a little bit like wet too, so we'll dry it off a bit. But oh my gosh, it actually looks really heckin' nice. I'm just gonna get rid of this gross stuff first. In the sink. Tim Hortons has chili. Well, I mean, they used to. I don't know if they do now, right? Because they used to do chili in a bread bowl. Like, actually legendary. Okay, let me wash up my hands a sec. And I'll go grab a cloth as well as our boning knife. And then just a container to put what we need into for tomorrow. Pardon, Sambo? I love our fast food debates on here. Last fast food you had was Taco Bell at least a year ago. That's amazing, Paloozer. Good for you. They rebuilt and remodeled the Wendy's that you ride by every day. It looks really nice. You guys seen the Wendy's with the sunroom? Those are the most legendary Wendy's from like the 90s. Okay, one sec. Just gotta get my knife. Don't drop it on my toesy. We're walking around with bare feet. That's risky business. You're not the boss of me here. Didn't wear cut gloves once.
Yes, you did. You just took them off.
That's true, I wore them when I used the meat slicer. Guys, the roommate used to get so mad at me because he was chef in the kitchen. And I was the really bad employee that would never wear their PPE. Because I'm invincible, obviously. Some people just don't know this. It was just the best thing ever. Like, when you're bad on purpose, that's me. So he's pretty lucky that he doesn't have to deal with that anymore at work, actually. So I'm just gonna look at some of this stuff on here before we flip it over, if there's like any bone pieces or like weird cartilage to clean off, like this. I'll clean that off now rather than later after it's cooked. Pizza Hut poppy seed dressing? I don't think I've ever had that. Wendy's has the mushroom melts back? Oh, snikey. Yeah, Pizza Hut. Oh my gosh. It's like every fast food that I stopped eating, I have a horror story with the reason why I stopped eating it. Okay, this looks good, the rest of it.
What's Pizza Hut?
Okay, so Pizza Hut's horror story is one of my like best friends when I was young. Her mom would often come and like pick us up sometimes. Like not once a month even, like maybe once every couple months she'd like come pick us up for lunch at school and take us to Pizza Hut for like the salad bar and shit, whatever it used to be. So this one time we're just like loving life, eating everything up. And then there's like a big ass fly in her salad that she took from the salad bar. Hi Trekker, welcome in. And so we're just like, okay, whatever, like just throw it out and go get a new one, right? We're not gonna try and make a big deal. No, the second plate of salad that my friend's mom grabbed from the salad bar also had like a bunch of bugs in it. They obviously didn't pick through. And so that was kind of it after that, right? We were all grossed out and I don't even think we finished our meal. But like we didn't make a big deal out of it. It was just like, okay, I'm over this now. Okay, so because we are going to be like grinding up some pork tomorrow for meatballs, yeah, it was so gross, right? Like even though, okay, there's bugs always on vegetables, right? We know this, but it's obviously up to the food preparer to make sure that the bugs are not being consumed. Yes, yet it is. That's a great story. Your mom was a manager at Pizza Hut? Always a great day when she brought it home, I bet. Okay, so we can see where this kind of splits here because there's always a shoulder blade bone, obviously, in the pork shoulder, right? So they just kind of take it out over here, but leave it so that like you could cook this whole if you wanted. Well, we're not going to do that. We don't need a ton of this today. So I'm just going to, honestly, I think just trim like from where I can see it separate, and we'll like end up with this kind of, just gonna make this line as I lift it, almost like triangular piece of meat. It doesn't matter if it's triangular at all. It's still gonna cook the same. But better to not roast this side where it's already been cut up. It's just not gonna roast as nice. So let's cut that. Really nicely marbled. Okay, so we save that amount for tomorrow. We're gonna make meatballs from it. Amazing. What else do we have here? Anything else to clean off? I don't think so. No real connective bits. Okay. I'm just going to pop this in a container really quick and then we'll start seasoning this up while our oven is preheating to 425. Why did the bugs even get to the restaurant? It's basically comes from like the farm. Because a lot of food like gets washed at the farm after it's picked, right? So if they just don't wash it good enough and depending on their washing practices, yeah, they'll sneak in there. And, like lettuce is really like curly and stuff, right? So it's easy for the bugs to hide in there as well. What did Mish say? Hi, hey, hello, Kimas, if you can make flan? I can make flan. We don't love a flan. You should see Sam's face right now. Wait, you love a flan?
I don't mind a flan.
Sam doesn't mind a flan. I think I could make it good enough, but we've made it before, because I remember us joking about only flans on the stream. And I think I actually made it really delicious.
We were talking about that with our OnlyFans.
I think we made flan that day. Let's make flan, why not? It's 2024, anything goes. Flan. Let's make a plan to make flan. Where's this Caesar salad gonna live?
In our stuff.
Well, hurry it up. I can't fit it no more, sir. Paloozer, you want the Caesar salad in your belly? This looks really cool. I've never cooked a triangular piece of meat. Just gonna get rid of this. I think I gotta... Oh, actually, hold on to this first. So we are going to, from what I remember reading through this one recipe, this is why I always keep my left hand clean. I'm gonna click it one more time. Because I didn't click it yet. Looks like a big meaty Dorito. Very meaty. Very large. Okay, fall apart, tender, slow roast pork butt. It's actually the shoulder.
I'm the same way.
It's not the butt. What? You haven't eaten yet today?
We hungry. Oh no,
I literally made him breakfast and he's saying he hasn't eaten.
What does it count?
That was first breakfast.
No, second.
Okay, we need whole garlic cloves. I'm not gonna do the Worcestershire sauce. I'm not gonna do the brown sugar. I'm gonna make my own rub, but we are doing the garlic and the rosemary part. So first things first, while my hands are still gross, we're going to like poke little slits in here, let's say. We can start over here. They already did part of the job for us. Not all the way through the bottom of the meat. Just far enough down that you can stab a clove of garlic in there. Have you guys ever had pork like this? Because my mom would actually cook. She would do like a pork loin roast. I think that's what her mom would often do. And yeah, she would stab the garlic cloves in like this. And then you can just do a simple seasoning. It's actually awesome because like the garlic roasts while it's inside of the meat. And then when you cut it up later after it's cooked, you just get like roasted garlic clove surprises. It's like, wow, oh, hello. I also think it might help the pork cook quicker? I don't know. That's just one thing I was thinking of as I'm doing this. So that looks good. Now we'll get the rest of our seasoning and rub ingredients out. Oh my gosh, Bong. Someone said Burger King in chat and you're already getting an ad for it. Classic. I hope they're sending cookies with that ad. I gave you another reason to not eat kale. There's too many crevasses for the bugs. Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. Hi, Titan. Welcome. You are only 25 minutes late. Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember that. I think we did that in high school, too. Dissecting the pig fetus? That was messed up, man. Yeah, okay, we got our garlic cloves. There's something funky going on with this head. We got our fresh rosemary. Just put this to the side for a sec. Yes, yeah, the smell of pork and formaldehyde. Gross. Gross. Dissected earthworms, frogs, and piggies. I don't know if we did the earthworms. I don't remember that one. I'm just gonna throw this out because it looks gross. Don't open it up. It's scary. What the hell are you doing? You still can't eat a pork tenderloin to this day? What? Hey, like you can't even help that, right? Like, just goes to show how much your scent really affects your palate, right? Is that enough? I don't know if we had enough garlics. It's probably this whole head. Let's just commit. Because like a lot of us can say this one. Okay, if we've ever drank too much of a certain type of alcohol when you smell it, right? Even like sometimes I had this friend growing up, even if she just smelled Sprite, because she'd often mix Sprite with her vodka and she overdid it one night. Just the smell of Sprite alone, right? It's like it reminds you of vodka. It's funny. You eat with your eyes first, then your nose, and then your taste buds. Yeah. We often talk about the senses when people come in and like ask, oh, how do I know if this food is like good or bad, right? Use your eyes. See if it looks weird or gross. Well, if you don't know after that, use your nose. And then from there, if you still don't know, then maybe try to ingest it. You give everything a sniffer when you're cooking? Me too. I'm also the person, like, it doesn't matter what I'm eating. I got a little bit better now. But when I was young, like, anything that I went to eat, I would always smell it first. Even if you knew what the smell was gonna be. Nice! 9-month streak, but Vicky's been here with us for 25 months in a row. Thank you for the resub, Vicky. How is your weekend going? Your brother's like a raccoon? Yes, me too. Like, people would laugh at me when I was young about that. That's not a weird thing. It's like, to me, part of how you are enjoying what you're having, right? Just adding another depth to the senses. It's cold down there in Florida. Ooh, you can blame Samo for that chilly Arctic air. Okay, I think we're all peeled up here. Throw this out. So sticky. Gonna rinse this and then we'll chop up a bit of rosemary next. Maybe I'll make a little spice rub up in a bowl for us. Another one? How many points does this guy have, chat? He just requested one yesterday, Dog. Excuse me, a German chocolate cake now today. He's just like getting so ready for foods. Thank you very much for redeeming 50,000 of your pots and pans points, requesting me to make that live for you on stream. My wonderful husband, Dog, aka Samo, Sambro. All of the words. He says, a schnitzel and a spätzle. with the mushroom sauce and braised butter cabbage to go with the German chocolate cake. This guy is stacking up the redemptions. Just stacks them. I see what he's doing there. I like it though. It's so good. I've actually been craving it, Paloozer. Some spätzle.
There you go, see?
Perfect. Maybe we'll mill our own flour for it.
Yeah.
The spätzle. Okay, that is like a lot of rosemary. Probably more than we need. Probably more than we need. Samo has a very sweet tooth. Yes, he does. That's my big kid right there.
Huh?
What?
What? What are you talking about?
Man child. The best of ways. Tucson, Arizona is coming in and says, I like onion. I also don't mind an onion. What? Man child? Whoa. Happy. Coming on in. Happy Saturday to Happy. We're here with a 17-month in a row resub. Thank you very much for that. I hope you're doing a-okay today. Onion is your favorite vegetable? Well, you've come to the right place, although I wasn't really planning on using onion today.
Holy fuck.
I can't keep up. What are you guys doing? Make it stop. No, just kidding. Blood Oak. Hi, Blood Oak. How are you doing? How's your weekend? You busy getting back into the swing of things? Thank you very much. Oak Oak says, what? 26 months already? Time really does fly when you're having fun. That's one thing we've learned here. I mean, next week of streams is gonna be us celebrating 6 years together on Twitch. So there's that. What? What? Why are you doing that? Did you hear that, chat? Did you hear that? Trying to set off a hype train over there. This guy's adding his own music to the things. Loud and clear. See, boss man? 7.5 out of 10, Sam.
Boom. See?
We're getting a little bully. Oh, he feels bad, so he gifts subs. That's how he gets away with it. Okay, we're almost there.
Let's go level 5. Level 2's done.
Done?
Get the train out.
It is. Choo choo! Woo!
Level 3's 50.
Woohoo! Happy with the 300 bits too? My homies. I know them. This is Pepper. Are we caught up? We're caught up. Why did I sound like I was from Boston there? Because we were watching the show Ted yesterday.
Hey! Lucille, you're welcome.
Moo Silly, they're in here? Sweet! Okay, let me scroll up and welcome everyone in. We know Flower the Talking Flower. Lucky. Got gifted a sub. Moo Silly, welcome to the kitchen crew. We got Hoodaz, Dragon Elm, as well as Kermit's Hoodie. We know most of those names. Hi, hello, welcome. Okay, so we got chopped rosemary in this bowl.
Has Mary been in lately?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we are adding cracked black pepper, a good amount of salt. We're just making our own little spice or herb rub. And I will say, like, if there's leftovers of this, I just packed it in a little jar, put it in my spice section, and it was a-okay. So that was kind of cool. The rosemary just like dried itself out with the salt in there. Worked good. One other thing that I'm gonna add to here is I think just a little bit of coriander because I really like that flavor with pork, as well as the garlic and rosemary. And that's something I'll typically add on to my pork. Doesn't matter if it's ribs or a pork shoulder like this, tenderloin, chop. And I'll always like make my own ground coriander. So we'll buy whole coriander seeds and then toast them and then blitz them up. There's Sambo. So let's get this mixed up. Got a little spoon. And then we are going to first stab all of the garlic cloves into the pork. And then we'll get it rubbed down with some Dijon mustard. And then we will sprinkle the rub onto it so it has something to stick to. That looks really good already though. Because fresh herbs always just taste a bit better, right? Okay. It's like the shapes game, but easier. Maybe I'll actually put like that kind of root side the other way down. So it cooks a bit more.
Here, like our move.
Nice. Where'd the garlic clove go? Nobody knows. This one fit in there? Might have to put the smaller one there. You're gonna go lurk, you gotta go to work? Okay, we'll be here. Thank you for letting us know though.
You can lurk and work.
Lurk while you work. We might need a couple more garlic cloves, guys, but I think we'll be okay. We were just missing one. Okay, what if I just like pick out a big one? Is that even possible? Or just take a little piece off of that one like I just did. Stab it in there. Done. Okay, mustard time. Sam, may I? Do you think you can just squeeze it? Squeeze the mustard. Do it. Do it up. Because we already got dirty hands. Yeah, do it. Do it up. And then I just have to put this onto a... I think I'll pop it in the roasting pan. Just on a metal rack for searing. And then we can just take it off of there after. It's my mustard man. My mustard man. Thanks, friends, for the level 3 hype train. 58% of the way through. 8 subs to the channel. 2,287 bits. Okay, I missed some. Bonk, 298. And Cookie, 1,689. That is an emote for you. My hands are dirty, but I also got a new one.
Choo, choo.
It's the mustard train. Okay, that was actually hilarious. Okay, the mustard train's here.
Oh no, it got me.
Ew, I thought I felt it.
No.
Oh, okay. Why didn't she shake it up?
Here you go.
Just rub the butt. All over.
On stream?
I think so. There's only one way to find out.
But now we need you to firmly caress the butt before you lay down your spices.
What was that? 50 Shades of Chicken? Was that what that cookbook was called? You guys remember that one? Okay, now
Coriander.
we're gonna wash it up and we're sprinkling.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
We got the garlic inside of the pork and the rosemary's going on top. Thumbs up, Buttercup.
Oh.
You did it. So salt, pepper, rosemary, coriander. You can choose whatever you like to go with your pork. Because this is a really big piece of meat, we're gonna go pretty heavy on the seasoning on the outside because we want it to also season the meat on the inside too.
Hey, if you're not done with the meat over there, don't forget to slap it.
We don't slap it after the seasoning's on.
A little patty pat.
We can give it a tap, yeah. So just get one nice even coating. It looks like it's really heavy what we're putting on, but remember, we put some other flavors in there with the salt, right? It's not just all salt. Get it on all the edges. Just one side left. We almost used it all. Let's see. Give it a nice little press. That rosemary should mellow out really nice with the garlic and everything else and like the pork fat. Boom. Okay, now we're gonna prep our roasting pan. Just let that sit for a moment and the salt will start to absorb in. And then next up, after this goes into the oven, we are gonna start milling our corn, I think. That's always fun. Okay, what are we gonna do? Some foil. Probably some parchment. If you guys have a Dutch oven, by all means, you can use that. Actually, I'll just use this pan that's already here. So this should fit in there perfectly. Ta-da! So I'm just gonna line the bottom of it with foil. And then a layer of parchment. Always try and press down the foil just so it's into the corners really nice. And that way you won't risk getting any like holes punctured in later. Just fold it around the edge so you get a nice clean surface to use like that. And I'll just get a little bit of parchment. And then for the searing portion of this, I think we're gonna just pop it up onto a metal rack, the pork butt, so that we get airflow all around it. And then we can take it off of the rack and then pop it into the pan after it's seared with a little bit of liquid. I might just do a bit of wine underneath there today because I have a bunch of white wine to use up. Thought that'd be good. Okay, I'm gonna grab the metal rack. If I choose this one, it should stay. Not so bad. So something like that, right? So the air can flow all around it. We put rosemary everywhere. We got Scooter in here. Hi, Scoots. As well as Mickey. Guys, we're just dressing our pork. We stabbed it and filled it with garlic on the top. And then we just gave it a nice little rub with some Dijon mustard and made our own spice rub with salt, pepper, rosemary, and coriander. And now we're gonna start searing it, building up the flavors. So much hand washing when you're dealing with raw meat. Mickey, you made the chicken curry, but it turned out a bit dry. Did you use, I forget if you said you used chicken breast or chicken thigh. But it might have turned out dry if you used some chicken breast instead of chicken thigh. Okay, how good does this look? Let me see where my oven rack is. I might go one lower with it. Turn this fan on so we don't set off the smoke detector. Oh, you forgot to put the yogurt in. You might have also just cooked it like a touch too long, right? And it turned out a bit dry then. But the yogurt, yeah, it really does help when you marinate it with the yogurt. Look, guys. Helps keep it more moist, right? So I'm gonna set, we can check it in 15 minutes, but typically this part of the cook takes around half an hour. So we know we have half an hour to do something else. You cooked it for 30 minutes. Yeah, so just maybe cook it a bit less next time, right? Okay, I'm just gonna put a couple things away. Also, we didn't make a prep list at all for the day, so I'm gonna quickly do that while we're waiting on the pork too. We just hopped right into it. Well, I mean, I did know that the pork would take a good couple hours, right? So no dilly-dallying there. Yeah, that is often the case, is people will overcook chicken because they're always afraid of it being undercooked. So then, yeah, they'll often end up with dry chicken, right? But that's why I always say something like this is a great investment for you, an instant read thermometer. Because if you're unsure of how cooked your chicken is, you can look up online the temperatures that you need for all the different meats to be cooked to. And that's really helpful instead of just guessing. Scaramouche, thank you for the 43 biddies. Unevening the amount, and we are at 75% of the way through that bit goal already. Yeah, they're so helpful, a thermometer. And I say instant read because, yeah, it instant reads it. So you're not standing there for like 2 minutes seeing what the temperature is, right? It'll tell you right away. Or yeah, you could do it this way. Sam was saying, Mickey, you can like do your marinade on the chicken and then cook it by itself. And then add it into the curry after. Okay, just making this list. So the pork, season, and then sear it for 30 minutes. And then we roast. I think I'm gonna do 300F because my oven cooks a bit colder. But if it was you, and especially if you had convection oven, go 275 Fahrenheit. I'm gonna say 3 hours because honestly that's how long it usually takes. Wait, I haven't watched Twitch in like a long time, like for more than let's say an hour. So when you watch ads now, you can't get bits from them anymore? That's lame. And hi, Fortitude 2. I'm doing good. How are you? You're wondering, am I back in the kitchen? Like for my career or for stream? Okay, going down the list here. So our grits. We are going to mill our corn because it's really coarse how the corn is milled. So we want it a little bit more fine. That'll take a good couple moments. I haven't been able to get bits in like 3 or 4 years. Boo! Now you just have to watch them and you get nothing. Yeah. They're putting that money in their pocket. Oh my gosh, yes, you got the email notification. I get it. Cook with Kate is live. We're back in the kitchen. We're back. I love you guys. Thank you for that. Oh, I have good news, guys. I love it when this happens. So, like, a lot of times I will stream on a Friday and then end my stream and open up my email to, like, an amazing email. So I get to schedule an interview for the grocery store job next week. They finally got back to me, so I get to talk to the culinary director. She said to see what my skills are and to hopefully work out a schedule. So that'll be amazing. I'm very excited for that. Just thought everyone else would also be excited about that. Yeah, yes, right? Is Samo hiding in the fridge? No.
Why? What's up?
He's not hiding in the fridge. He's hiding in the corner. Okay, reading along for our grits still. Cheesy grits. Bonk was saying we made these like a month ago and he's not wrong. And they're so heckin' good. Oh, my Lanta, I'm so excited.
I didn't have them a month ago, Bonk.
He is the fridge? You guys. The fridge is hiding on the couch. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Okay, so the grits is so simple. I was also trying to remember what you did. So we are obviously gonna mill the corn finer, like I said, and all you do, it is seriously so easy. So you cook the corn just with water and salt by itself first until all the water is absorbed, and then from there, you just finish it with butter and cheese. That is literally it. And it was so delicious. So I'll show you guys how to bring those together. And yeah, last time we had it with shrimp. So we're doing something different today. Hi, Get Creme Delish. How's it going? Hey. How's your weekend? Okay, so mill the corn. Water. We need to shred some cheese. We got old Fort cheddar, which we call it in Canada. Fort, I think, is just the French word for it. But we need to grate some cheese. We got it on sale yesterday. $5 off for the brick. Because you can't have grits without the cheese. And you definitely need the nub of butter on top later. So we need to prep butter cubes.
So 800 grams costs $3 more than our 1.2 cubes.
I'm sorry, what are we referring to right now? Okay, can you say that again? Because I wasn't...
800 grams, or the 800 grams we got from the store, $13. Pay $10 for 1.3.
Nice.
We did good.
Sam says we did good. I can't repeat all those words to you. There's too many numbers and letters. But just know that we saved money on the cheese. Hi, Suzanne Likes Cake. All this sounds amazing. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. Okay, so what was our veggie for today? Oh, our cabbage and carrots. So our cabbage, we will just... not like shred up fine. We'll keep it a little bit more chunky. I'll show you how to cut that up later. And then we're gonna shred our carrot. And then we just need olive oil and butter for that. And obviously salt and pepper. It's a really simple one. Okay. Now we know all of the things we need. And I think one last thing I'll just prep to kind of bring the whole dish together at the end. So I think we'll just sprinkle a bit of green onion sliced over the grits. It'll be really good with the pork and the veggies. That's our little garnish. Saving money on cheese just means more cheese. It's true, yeah, we actually saved a lot of money yesterday when we went to get the rest of the groceries. We went out after dark yesterday stream. We left the house at what, 7? Went out at like 7 p.m. And so I saw a meme online about this the other day. It's like whenever you leave the house after dark, it's called a quest. And we went on such a good quest. Saved a shit ton of money though. We saved like 40 bucks on groceries yesterday. Am I wearing a Skull and Pizza shirt? Yes, I am. I actually got it from the kids section at Sport Check. Extra large, it fits. And we went on a cheese quest. 7 p.m. It's a date even. It was a bit of a date because they have 2-for-1 blizzards at Dairy Queen right now. So we did actually incorporate a date into it as well. You love the cheese? Me too. Okay, we are going to be setting up our mill. Our grain mill. So let's grab all the things we need. And last time we used this, I think we did the same thing we're doing today. So this attaches onto my stand mixer. It's a little bit dirty underneath there. We'll give it a little wipe. Hi, Mish. How are you? No, 2-for-1 blizzards. Yeah, because no one wants a blizzard in a blizzard. They were good. They were pretty good ones. Now let's get our corn and we'll get that measured out. And I will let you know that last time we started milling these grits, it was really crazy. They really flew like everywhere at first. Because they are so coarse. They're really, yeah. It was nuts. Bonk's like, get a different plate! So that's how coarse I got them, and they are a white corn grit. You'll see how fine we go to mill them in a few moments here. How much do we need here? So this recipe, I think we cut it in half last time, right? Because I was like, I don't need 4 to 6 servings of grits for myself. It'd be so much grits. So yeah, last time we did 3/4 of a cup. This time we are gonna do 1.5 cups. Mish, what was the type of ice cream that you just ate? I'm assuming it was one that you made yourself. Chocolate? Did it turn out? Do you like how the Thermomix made the base? So this is a 2-cup container, what I'm pouring into. So we need 1.5 cups. That'll do. A chocolate feta ice cream. White chocolate and feta. What did someone else say? Black pepper strawberry feta? That would actually be good, I bet. I'm peeking. It's slowly coming to a sizzle, and there's smells happening. Ugh. Get the beast. I peeked. I did it. It's not good to peek, because then you let all the hot air out of the oven.
You peeked?
I peeked.
Why'd you peek?
I'm getting excited because it smells good. Okay, I'm having a sip. I got coffee.
Give her shit, everybody.
Mish, you love the base from the Thermomix. You can literally just stand and look at it doing all the work, right? I can just imagine. Well, I mean, I don't have to imagine because I have used one once upon a time, but it was always a fight. I have to fight my classmates at culinary school. Is that just stained? It might just be stained. We don't often put too much water with our mills. That can get a wash though. Bless you. Holy shit. Sometimes that's so scary when you're not expecting it. But yeah, we often try to keep the grain mill as dry as possible, right?
Woo! Thanks, Leash.
Okay, so from here, we go this way, yes. This slides on. Okay, remember last time, guys? I didn't slide it on enough, right? I can't remember. You jumped? See? I told you. Holy shit, that's scary. Okay, let's see if this works this time. But last time we were using this grain mill on stream, we like didn't push it down enough at this moment when we first set it up, and we're like, why is nothing happening? I don't know though, because I feel like it went all the way down last time. We just needed to like give it a little shimmy and a shake. Maybe even I'll just do this for a sec. Okay. Nothing else is going down. I'm happy with this. Let's see if I set myself up for failure. So then from here, this is tightened. We just flip it this way. Obviously, you insert all your stuff here. Can I switch the view for this? Because you can't really see it. That's our 15-minute timer going for the pork as well. See, it was good that I peeked a little bit ago. I'm gonna go another 15 because nothing is really happening on it yet. Ugh, Mish. Bonk, you have hair? You guys are so bad. I love it. So, so bad. Okay, we got this. What did I use last time to put the grains into so they weren't flying around? Did I just use a bowl or a plate? I think we started with a plate and switched it to this little white bowl, which the one I just took is not clean. Perfect. Oh, dishwasher? When you pre-rinse all your dishes and it still doesn't work? Okay, so one last check is we are starting with the coarsest grains possible, right? So I twist this. If I zoom in enough, you can maybe see it. Kind of, not really. But if we keep twisting this so it says stop right there, so we know, obviously don't go any farther than that because we don't want to break the machine. So I'll probably just set it up there, and that's about as coarse as we can start. Yeah, it was a bowl, right? When we did it with the plate, because you often see people like milling into a plate, it looks really good when you can see the mound building up. Oh, the corn was just like flying everywhere in the kitchen. So don't do that. One last thing to check before you pour anything in is just to make sure that you set everything up properly. Things are turning. Things are turning. It's happening. And then I think we run this on half speed. I always keep the instruction books with all of my attachments. English, grain mill. You can pour in a max of 1.2 kilos of stuff into here. Run the machine on medium speed. The coarseness can be adjusted during operation, so you don't actually have to stop it to adjust the coarseness here as it's going. And then I looked this up online. because I was kind of worried about how hard the corn kernels are, right? Because, like, not every mill is built the same, right? So I Googled it, like, can you mill corn in the Incarcerum attachment? And everyone said yes, that with no problem. So I felt safe with that, because when I read the instructions, it just says the mill is only designed for grinding grains, herbs, and spices, poppy seeds, dried mushrooms, soybeans, and coffee beans.
Great.
So corn is a grain though, right? It doesn't sound horrible like it did last time. Oh, just wait till we put the stuff in, then it's gonna be loud. So then it says this plastic piece, the feed tray, this can just come off like that. So that is dishwasher safe, but obviously the like mechanical components of the mill are not. So same with how the meat grinder runs at half speed, same with the mill. So that's good to know. Okay, so it's gonna be really loud when we first start pouring the corn in. Just remember this. Can we not focus on this part? Let's see if I can go a little bit more. There. Turn that baby on. Half speed, away we go. If you have headphones on, be aware. It's pretty loud when we first start this. Hello? I can hear it, but there's nothing happening. Guys, not again. Not again. I don't understand it. I really don't. Why is it gotta be like this? I can't even blame you, Bonk. I'm just taking the whole thing off. Legitimately. Why are you like this? It won't go on anymore. That is the limit. Like, my face is so red, I'm trying to push it on so hard. Sambo, what do we do here? I don't know. It's doing the exact same thing as last time. And then all of a sudden it just randomly worked. So I'm gonna show you guys. Like, the auger is moving. So why is nothing going down? Oh, now it's... Yeah, the auger is moving. Was there something stuck in it? Guys, there's something stuck in it. You turn it up higher. Just wanted to try and do a nice thing with everyone. It's always easier to try and fix something when people aren't watching. Why are you not moving? I might chalk it up to it gets really upset at me adding the corn in. I don't know. That's the only other thing I can think of. I hear the pork sizzling. It just slid on, no problem. It just slid on, no problem. So remember there was that gap there? I literally just slid it on and it's fine now. Guys? Why? Why does it have to test my patience like that every time? Oh, just to remind you and also me that no one's perfect. That's why. Sam just laughed, right? What else can he do, really? Okay, there's 6 minutes on that pork. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't actually burning. So the pork's not burning. We'll go 6 minutes here on the mill. Can you stop focusing on the feed tray? Thank you very much. Okay, I think it's gonna work, but we just have to plug it actually back in. Sam cackled. He didn't even just laugh. Okay. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's right. It's actually scary. It gets less noisy as we go along, though. I'm just gonna turn this down. Guys, imagine how loud a mill is. Imagine working in a mill, how loud that would be, just grinding all the grains all day. It's probably a bit quieter than this. I wonder. You can see how there's just corn everywhere, though. Okay, so I was just gonna pour really quick. I'm gonna go one more time this same coarseness through. You can see it flying everywhere. Just grabbing a scraper. Clean up the crummies. The cracking of the corn is like terrifying sounding, I have to say. But oh my god, does it make good grits. I think we'll go again, same coarseness. Yeah, because you can see some of them are just like kind of pouring out now. Now we can turn it a couple notches. I turned it like 4 notches. Like, the cracking is what you want to hear, because then you know that it's actually breaking down the grain, right? After this run, we'll check on the pork, I think. It's only really loud, like, the first 2 passes, and then you're good. actually so satisfying to watch though. Holy shit, it's like flying out the top. Watch your face, you need safety glasses. Get the PPE, chat. Sounds like there's nothing really left. Okay. 2, 3, 4 more notches left. Again. Just gonna grab Sam's phone because I want to take a video of this. Yep. I love it, and yes, it goes slower, right? The finer you go on the mill, the slower it's gonna take. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 more. But first, remember I said we are gonna stop and check the pork right now. Jimmy Crackhorn, that's a song? I don't know if I've ever heard that song. Let's see what's going on in this oven here. There's like so much sizzle sounds, so I think good things are happening. I quit! I quit, chat! We're causing the biggest ruckus today. I like my peaceful streams. How am I gonna show you this even? Now, just wait, there's gonna be fire trucks next. This, though, this is the reason why we don't quit. You can't really see the top, but it looks really good in brown. So we are going to now take this off of this roasting rack. So I'll just grab a pair of tongs and then we'll set it into the pan. And I think we'll just pour a little bit of wine down into the bottom and cover it with foil. I love saying that. I never get to say it when you're at work. I quit. If you can't be a little dramatic as a streamer, what are you doing? No, I say it at work, it's true. Yeah, 911, the fire department. We've got that called on us once already. Would not be surprised.
Oh, building got full.
Got it. Okay. We're gonna come over here, at least try to. Just wanna show you guys as I'm packing the pork baby up. Zoom it out. Okay, there's the pork baby top down. Not the best view, but we're not taking the whole mill apart just to show. So now just a little bit of liquid. They also suggest if you have apple juice, you can put that. No alcohol. Murphy's Law still in effect? Yeah, don't forget, okay? Yet it is. Kind of just enough to like cover the bottom of the pan, nothing crazy.
On this day 4 years ago, we made pizza that size.
Really? On this day 4 years ago, chat, we made pizzas outside on stream. So I guess we're just gonna take the other smoke detector out of the ceiling as well then. Say heck it. Okay, next step. It's an important one because we can kind of like steam the pork for the first part and then we remove the foil later on. Keep all that heat in there. Careful because the pan is really hot, right? It was just in the oven. So I usually like to check on my roasting meats like every hour. I know it's not going to be done, but it's nice to just see how it's cooking along. Give yourself some timings for everything else. So we'll set an hour timer and check it at that point. Obviously turn down the oven as well at this point. Down to 275 or 300. What the hell? I didn't even have the oven open. The roommate's yelling at me from the bathroom now. Because he can't even have a peaceful shower. Anarchy! Anarchy 2024! Everyone else can cause a ruckus. Today is my day. It's probably not the greatest to like watch though from a viewer's standpoint. I don't know. Okay, back to the grits though. So we'll set our 1 hour timer. And yes, it is warm in here if you were wondering. You're having fun? Okay. Just listening to Sam laugh at everything that's going on. Because he's like a part of it, but not actually a part of it. Okay, there's my little grits pile. So I think we turned down the coarseness already, right? Before we started going this last time. Hey, as long as you guys are laughing, that's all I need.
So think about this. If you guys are laughing at me here, think about a work situation that can go completely fucking wrong. And I'll still laugh my ass off like
Just
this.
laughing. It's hilarious. Oh. I made a mistake on the pork. I didn't put a piece of parchment under the foil when we wrapped it, right? Because it'll burn through. Or do I not need the parchment?
That's it. It's all over now.
Chat, sometimes when you don't put the parchment layer on the top foil,
I would take it out.
the acid will like eat through it. Have you ever had that happen? I don't want to open it again. The thing is gonna go off. Where's the fan?
Just leave it.
Sam says don't open the oven again, chat. Heck it. But lesson learned from that. Yeah, so you've seen it, Trekker. So that can often happen, like especially it'll happen if the foil is touching the piece of meat or whatever you're cooking it, right? And it's so weird because it just like eats these little holes through the foil and it's like, well, now I'm eating metal somehow. You didn't listen to your mom. Okay, well, we're gonna need to do some more cooking later anyways, so we might as well just get the cooking fan if that's how it's gonna go today.
Get the heck and okay.
Oh my Lanta. It's like I'm a comedian. I don't really have anywhere to plug in the cooking fan.
Hey, behind you in the hallway. Put it up. Hey, you're good.
It's not gonna reach.
It does. Turn it on.
Look how far this is, chat.
You're good.
blanket. It's flowing. Okay, we're flowing. We're gonna fix the port, because like Trekkert said.
Get the parchment first. He's on class.
Be prepared. Be prepared.
You're playing Overcooked tonight.
Not a chance. I hate that game. I'm never playing it again. Chat, Sam said we're playing Overcooked tonight. You heard my reaction. I'm never going back to the kitchen. You can't make me.
Never go back.
Okay, just wanted to show. It does exist. I'm fixing it. We need a layer in between the seasoning and the foil. We added the layer. 'Cause yeah, you don't want to learn the hard way. Well, some of us need to learn the hard way, but it's easier to just do it right. Like, I literally can't move faster than I am putting things in the oven right now. It's like, okay, go as quick as possible.
You got that shirt at Winners in Petawawa.
No, I didn't. But that was nice of a thought. That was a different shirt.
Oh, that was the Bart one.
Yeah,
Oh.
that one doesn't exist anymore.
What?
It's old, it doesn't exist anymore.
No!
I never left the kitchen, no. It's true though, I didn't. Okay, loud noises are about to ensue again. I honestly don't even want to after everything we just went through, but I have to for the grits. Okay? For the grits, we do it. And looking good. Pour that little bit in too. I like how the last ones just like pour out of there. 3, 4, 5, 6. I did it 6 turns just now. Usually I've been doing just 4. Let's see how this does. And like, you don't want to try to mill too quick, right? Because you can break your mill that way. You try and push it too hard. So I'm just going nice and slow. Especially with something like as hard as this corn grain. It's really mesmerizing, I will say that. No, Mish. No finger in the mill. That'd be so scary. Like, that's kind of how coarse it is now, compared to where we started. I think we went to 3 coarseness last time, if I can remember. Hi! I caused a ruckus. It was fun. More power and more energy. And footwork. Imagine putting dried feta in here. Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. This isn't how you make popcorn? Chat, is this corn the same as popcorn? No. Isn't this all nixtamalized corn? Popcorn is different. Okay, let's see how this pass goes. Sambo wants to know. What's the difference between a popcorn kernel and this kind of corn kernel? It kind of sounds like popcorn, it's true. Just put it in the microwave. That is one way to find out. Just seeing the pile build up. I'm getting so excited. I know what's coming up. Popcorn kernels are higher in moisture content. And it's like a different shape too, right? They're more like round. Whereas these corn kernels are more square. Okay, let's see this next run. We're getting close to the end. We've come a long way though from where we started. Perfect way to pass the time while the pork is roasting. What you doing? Making a Caesar salad. Oh yeah. Wait, is this where cornmeal comes from? I believe so. How else would they make it that's not this way? Is he part of what?
The roast pork dinner.
You're not? Fine. Fine then. Mish, cornmeal actually comes from the cornmeal animal. Imagine if, like, the names of things, there was, like, a plant and an animal version of it. What the heck?
And this is why our 12-year-olds aren't going to do well.
No. There's actual feta cows. What would a feta animal be looking like? loving it. It would be holy. The animal just walks around with holes in it. That'd be cool.
That's the Swiss cheese cow.
This is true, actually. Swiss cheese has much bigger holes. I don't know. Where do you think they get corned beef? Thank you for that. Annie can't be with us, so Bonk is here providing services. Yeah, what about the Cornish hens? Oh no! It could go on and on. Okay, this might be the last pass. Maybe one more actually after it. So I made it pretty powdered. Powdered last time? Fine? Powdery? Words are hard sometimes, you know? Dust, welcome! You're working on your Lego? Nice work, dude. Do you already have a place in mind you're gonna set the plant up? We're milling. We're chilling. Like, milling. Grits are made from hominy corn. Lady Bonfire says. Hominy corn is a different. Hominy is nixtamalized, is it not? Big words. Also, I love that word, hominy. Yes. So yeah, that's the difference there, guys. This corn is already nixtamalized. Ooh, look at it. Look how it's like clumping up. That's how you know. So it goes through an alkaline process to make the corn kernels more digestible. Whereas like popcorn doesn't need that because you're cooking it in a different way, right? This is gonna be the last pass. Do you see how nice and fine that is? No, you can't pop this corn, I don't think. That's why it's lighter in color. Yeah, also that too. It says it on the grits box, that's all you know. I bought these grits from an African market and they didn't have any English on the bag, so I don't really know anything more about them. So this is what it says, the nixtamalization process. It removes the corn's hull and germ, causing the kernel to puff up and double in size. That's why the kernels look so big. Thanks, Dust. It's really loud. Nice, Lady Bonfire got one. And thanks, Dusty. Oh my god, you really crushed it. Gifted subbies to the crew. Okay, we're stopping 1 sec so I can welcome everyone in, but I'm gonna do like one more pass, I think. One more pass. I just keep saying that over and over and like 4 hours goes by. Just one more pass. Thank you, Dust. Setting us over our daily sub goal. We're at 14 out of 10 already. We haven't even like tried anything that we made today. But thank you. We got Gabe Michaela. We know, I think we know all of the names on this list. Gabe Michaela, Misty Woods, Lady Bonfire, Dancing Rasputin, as well as Dr. Trekker. And some of those names are even in chat right now. Okay, we're gonna start this up one last time. Just grind it out of existence. There's nothing left in the bowl anymore. So go a bit more fine. Gotta do that every time, don't forget. I think that'll do it. Corn dust. Samo says eat the salad. There, I went even finer. Salad. That's what Sambo made for us.
We gotta give her shit just as much as she gives everyone else shit. Eat the food.
Eat the food. Corn dust pirate? Yeah, the salad goes in, the anger goes down. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Ah, bonk! Literally at the same time, I didn't even see you say that. What? Holy! Okay. Just making sure I was really happy with how it was milled. Get the last of the biddies out of there. We're good. Okay, minor difficulties, but we made it. We made it! Look at the goodness. Wow. That looks so different. Should I go get the container from where we started? You wouldn't even know it's the same thing. That Caesar dressing is really garlicky. This is where we started? Wow. This is where we ended. You can see when I put it in my hand, right? There's like powder, but then also a nice like coarseness still. Nice little bite. Okay, let's clean up all this stuff. When you're working with mills, it's really important to keep everything dry. So I'm just gonna switch the scene while I take this stuff apart. We can just put our milled corn over to the side for now. Turn this oven fan down. And so yeah, same like how Paloozer was saying you make masa from that same variety of corn. Yeah, so you would just mill it even finer. Like masa is so fine feeling, right? So they have to do a lot of passes on that. You can make tortillas and stuff from it. So from here, I just take the whole mill apparatus off of the mixer, and then I will often just like give it a tap over the sink, or I think I'm just gonna do the garbage to get any dust or bits out that didn't get milled, and that way you are ready to use it for the next time. Because, well, you don't always mill the same thing back to back, right? I'll just kind of spin it over the garbage to get any stuff out. Because, yeah, you don't want to be rinsing this. We don't want it to touch any water, because it can really mess up the gears on the inside. Okay, that seems good. And then, yeah, I usually just store it upside down so that nothing can really, like, go into there as it's sitting. And that's it. Okay, made a little bit of a mess with the machine. Corn dust, as Mish says. So I know, like, in America, grits are pretty popular. But what about Europe? I feel like corn is not very popular in Europe. Not nearly as much, at least, as North America. Oh, it is still lower. Thanks, Cookie. Should be good now. Yeah, I was wondering that, Mish. I just turned my mic down because the mill was so loud. But yeah, you've never even seen grits there? I mean, they don't really exist here from, like, the form that they get in the States either, right? Like, I had to mill my own to get the same product, where they can just go to the store and easily buy that. But, like, here in Canada, we can really just get cornmeal, and that's about it, to make, like, polenta and stuff from. But I had to go to a specialty market to actually get those corn grits. And even then, they weren't exactly what I needed, right? Okay, we're all cleaned up. That was easy. Italian polenta, yup. So good. I'm very excited for Sam to try these today. Don't think we'll need this pan. I just had it drying because I washed it earlier. We cooked up some lamb chops for ourselves last night for dinner. It was so yummy. Okay, just gonna wipe the board now. Little corn bitties all over. I think next we are going to prep our veggies, because that's just a quick little cook on the side there in a pan. So the pork, we seasoned it, we seared it for 30 minutes, and now it's roasting in the oven for around 3 hours. So the grits, we milled our corn. We can get, like, all of the ingredients measured out to cook the grits. So they say water. I think I'm gonna do like a half and half water to stock, because we made a beef and chicken bone broth this week. So I thought that would make the grits taste absolutely delicious. Instead of just using water, I often will say that. If you have stock or broth around, definitely use that instead. And then we have to grate some cheese for the grits still, get our butter. That's basically it. So pretty simple. I don't know, let's just keep pumping through the list. Seems to always go good like that. Okay, since I have the veggies out, I think we'll just deal with them now. And then how's our timer? So in 30 minutes, we will be checking on the pork. This literally feels like paper, this outer leaf on the cabbage. Built-in packaging. I don't even think I'm gonna cut this in half. I'm just gonna cut a chunk of it off of the side like this. And then we'll wrap it back up. Your cabbage was looking a bit worse for wear. Had to peel like a couple layers in. Really? Yeah, this one not too bad. It looks really nice and juicy actually on the inside. But it's very like pale looking. It's almost a white cabbage. There's no green in it. That's so weird. Okay, so then from here... Remember I said we're gonna kind of chunk it up? Instead of shredding it? Do like 3/4 to 1 inch thick slices through like this. And then we'll just turn it and then come back through the other way and cut back and chunk it up. I find when I cook cabbage, I like it more chunky like this, texture-wise, rather than it being shredded. Bless your soul. And yeah, it's always deceiving how much cabbage is actually there until you start cutting it up. Like, that is so much already. So I'll pop that in a container. I will grab a piece of plastic and we'll get that wrapped nice and tight so it doesn't dry out in the fridge. Five sliders down and you are done. Satiated. That sounds deadly. Now you're in a food coma. You could easily do 5 more. But yeah, I have some self-respect, Kate. I like how you say you have a little self-respect. What, Mickey? You got offered a job today? Your gym hotel at reception? Dude, that would be pretty fun. Why the heck not? That's what I'm going with. I got nowhere to put this big piece of cabbage. It's kind of a tragedy. I guess I'll just take out the stalk right now. It's a tragedy when you buy too much food. Could go part-time too. That's what I'm looking for. Like, if I'm gonna be working here at home, I'm just asking for part-time because I don't want to give up streaming. That'd be a silly thing to do on my part. Okay, carrots. I'm just gonna choose 2. They're quite large. And we'll get them peeled and then we're gonna shred them up. And maybe we'll put them in a separate container because I think we'll cook the cabbage by itself first. Yeah, a lot of people are like that, Paloozer, right? And I will say, as someone who's worked nights before, it's a little bit easier. You don't get as much supervision when everyone's sleeping. But you also have to be able to have that self-discipline and like work on your own, right? Holy, yeah. Work overnight at a hotel, had to check in like 3 people in 10 years. I can only imagine. I always feel like I'd be so bored if I ever did a job like that, though. I suppose I would just have to try it and see. I hate sitting around. Oh, we're taking the skin off the carrots, Mickey, don't worry. We're peeling them up. Yeah, that's why she was on the tiny chat. It was the entertainment. Hilarious. The pork is smelling good, guys. It smells winey and porky in here. So I just trim off the bottom of the carrot because I like to like keep this as kind of the handle when we're grating it, right? So grab your box grater. $6 a.m. till 5 p.m. I've been there, man. Hey, shredding up. Watch your digits. This is something that my mom would make for us. And I just really like it. I thought I would show you guys how to make this today. Sautéed cabbage and carrots. It's so cheap. And it's easy. Yeah, if you've been doing the same job for 20 years, I mean, if I think back, okay, the longest place I ever stayed at a job, I think I got a 5-year badge from the grocery store. But I worked at like all through junior high and high school. I got like a 5-year pin from them, but I think that's the longest place I ever worked. Like the longest place I worked in a kitchen for, I think is like 3 years. Other than that though, I will like often leave a job if I get bored. If I get bored or there's like too much BS going on, I'm out of there, man. If they try and make me work breakfast, you don't. I wouldn't. Don't even say the word. Did I hear breakfast? I'm gone. They never saw me again. Oh my god. That's pretty cool though, Mickey, to be able to work like a family business that long. That would be fun. You worked at a plant nursery? That would be fun. Take care of all the baby planties. Okay, I'm going to get another container to put the carrots in. Yeah, I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but let's be honest, Squigs, we all know that it's there. Just leave a job when you get bored. What, you're saying other people don't do that? Oh. How do I want to do this? Just use my bench scraper again. Heck it. This is how I like to do this. Gather everything, put it under the grater, seal it off, and then you can just lift it and put it into the container or bowl or whatever. So much easier. I could see that. I mean, just thinking about how many people didn't leave jobs that I've left, right? Okay, maybe it's not a thing for most people. Get all the carrots out. Rinse off the box grater right after. That's They can be a pain in the butt if you let this stuff stick and dry on. Always give it a rinse right after you use it, especially with cheese. Perfect. 2 carrots. Shredded. Veggies are prepped. Looks so nice and bright. Wow. Okay. Cabbage chunked. Shred the carrot. Oh shit, good thing we actually just rinsed off the grater, because guess what? We got a great cheese coming up. So let's just leave that out of this sink. It's all prepped and ready. We're just gonna let it dry a bit. Because I don't know if anyone's ever tried to grate wet cheese. Probably not a typical experience. But it's not very easy. So we'll let that grater dry off a bit. So while we're waiting, why don't we measure out our liquids for the grits and stuff? We got stonk. I'll show you guys our grits if some people are just coming in here. We milled them fresh. It was quite the debauchery, but we made it work. This is like a chicken and beef broth. So we're gonna mix some of it into the water for the grits. Ah, it's Goat Farmer Bluesy. Run away in utter fear. How are the goats though? So we need 5 cups of water for 1.5 cups of stone ground grits. We didn't have a stone to grind it. I hope it still turns out. Getting another measuring cup for us. Oh, actually, what if I do it? Nah, we'll do it half and half still. So there's 4 cups in 1 liter. So you just need a little bit more than that. I think we're only gonna use half of this though. Oh, that looks so good. It's like syrupy the way that it poured. Utterly unconvinced, Bonk. You're not scared. Stay there. Stay there, stonk. Okay, so now I'm gonna fill this up with water the rest of the way to like here, the bottom line, and then this one, just 1 cup of water. Done. So we'll put that all together on this side. The goats are lively. You know how it is, milking 300 of them. How long does that take? I had an aunt who was like a dairy farmer, very small dairy farmer, but she would always have cows to milk. It's a lot of work. 457 goats. I am scared. Okay, we're gonna get some green onion and slice that up while we're waiting on the cheese grater to dry out a little bit more. That's just a garnish for the grits. Just a little bit of sliced green onion I thought would freshen things up. I gotta use them up anyways, they're starting to go bad. Oh, nice! You have the milking robot. I have seen those. From 3 a.m. a.m. to 7 a.m. for milking. And then, yeah, you always have to do it twice a day. I remember that. And then from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's how long it takes. So each time 4 hours. You milk each goat twice a day. Is that correct? You milk each goat twice a day like a cow? Or do they only have to be milked once? Yeah, sweet. See, I remembered things. I still remember how hard it was when my aunt was like teaching me how to milk the cow at the farm. Oh my gosh, it was so hard, but I was really small back then, right? Still a great thing to experience though. Have a different appreciation from where your dairy comes from. Okay, so just nice thin slices on our green onion for a little fresh garnish. And we'll get our cheese out next. Cut off a nice chunk for the grits. The green onion like squeaked when I cut it. It was funny sounding. It's alive. Hello? Knock knock. Did you guys hear that from above, chat? Sambo, we can't have too many goats that we need a robot to milk them, okay? You have to say no. Wavy Dens! Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Okay, I'm just gonna pop that in the fridge for right now. Somewhere safe. Alright, I am going to set up our other camera for the stove top. Just my gimbal was not charged enough this morning, so it's been charging for this first bit of stream. So I'm gonna set that up so that we can get prepared for cooking. We'll check on our pork in a little bit here, like 13 minutes or so. We'll see how cooked the meat is and then kind of gauge the rest of our cooking off of that. Oh, it's totally a technique. And like the more that you practice that technique of like milking with the udder, right, the better you will be. Definitely don't expect to be perfect at milking the first time. You just gotta get a feel for it.
Unless you're Hermione Granger.
You just gotta get a feel for it. Okay, one moment. I'm here. I'm just not here. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, that was at a really weird angle. Oh my gosh, yeah, when they kick the milk bucket over. I'm just grabbing my phone because it was also charging. That's the worst, right? You're filling up your milk bucket and then they just decide to kick it over. How rude. I think my favorite part of milking though is when all the barn kitties come out. Because they know, right? They know exactly what's about to happen. How does this look? Barn cats are awesome. And like, there's always one really mean tomcat, right? They're so scary. Don't pet the tomcats. Don't even try it. That's a good view. Okay. Pop y'all up on the charger. Hello? Hello? And away we go. We'll get some pots and pans out. Hello there? How long are we gonna be knocking for? I think the kids turned into carpenters upstairs. Cats make friends with you because you're quiet and calm? Same here. Cats freaking love me, dude. It's like one of my favorite pastimes. Okay, for our grits, there's like quite a bit of liquid and stuff going together, so I think we'll use this smaller pot to make the grits together. And then for our saute, is that underneath us? It feels like it's underneath. I feel it in the floor. We're gonna use our big brazier pot, because whenever I like to saute veggies, we want like a big surface to cook with. And probably a lid on it too. So we'll use that for the cabbage. We'll probably do a little switcheroo here of what's gonna happen. But I can just move the phone around as well as we cook each thing. Perfect. You only have 47 cats at the moment? What? 47? Oh, that was the wrong thing to switch to. Oops. There's a mean tomcat, mean to most. But yeah, the tomcat, they won't be mean to you. You feed them, right? Okay, what is Dust learning? Don't put hot red pepper flakes into your ground beef when making burger patties. When you grill them in a small kitchen, the smoke will mess you up. You like maced yourself last night making burgers, Dust? It comes out of nowhere too. Like you're good, and then all of a sudden it just like gets to that right heat where yeah, you literally just, you can't stop coughing. You have to exit the entire room. It is so funny though. Yeah, whenever we'd roast hot peppers in like a Forno wood-fired oven, it would be like all open, right? And when the servers would walk in and out of the kitchen, they would die because they wouldn't expect it, right? So hilarious. And yeah, you never think it's gonna be that bad. Hilarious. Okay, I'm just gonna blow my nose a sec. Let's just run in for whatever reason. I'll be right back. Maybe I'll even take a bathroom break at this moment too before we finish everything off. So I'll be back in a minute. Hold tight, don't go anywhere. I have returned. It's me. Okay, 6 minutes till we check the pork. I'm just going to pop these grits away. Let us shred our cheese. That's one of the last things that we have to prep. And then we'll check on the pork. Interesting. So the mouthfeel of goat milk for ice cream is 1,000 times better. Where's Mish? She's on an ice cream making kick right now. Now I want to know if she's ever used goat milk for ice cream. And I'm still munching on my salad on the side, guys, if you're wondering. Sneeze or salads. Cheese, cheese, if you please. She needs to try it. I don't even know if I've ever tried goat milk ice cream. Here it is. The cheese that we got for $5 off. What did they say? I think it was 2 cups of shredded cheese in the recipe. Sorry, half a cup. That is not nearly enough. So we'll definitely double that. The cheese tax. Don't forget to pay the cheese tax. Just let me slice some off. If you don't have dogs, your husband can pay the cheese tax. For sample.
Cheese tax. Thank you.
Mary's Milk Monsters? Is that where those emotes are from? That would make sense. Dust knows it too? Nice. There's some good funk in that cheese. Old Fort. Those are gonna be some very tasty grits. We gotta pack this up. You guys were wondering what the heck I'm doing. When you were living in daylight, I love how you say that. Now you live in darkness. Now he's more nocturnal, more like a raccoon, if you will. Maybe an opossum. We don't know. Wrap that cheese up nice and tight. It was a little bit light out tonight at 5 p.m., Mickey. Slowly but surely. What did they say? By mid-February, the sun will be, like, setting a lot later. I think, like, 7 o'clock or something, they said. I was in shock when I read that, but also got so excited. Okay, butter. What do we got on here? 1:46? We got this. Okay, we're just gonna leave that there for now. Get the trivet. We're checking on the porco. We have a storm coming in on Sunday. 4 inches of rain. 80-mile-an-hour winds. That is quite windy there, sir. There was a good puff of steam that came out of this one little edge here when I took it out of the oven. Mmm. The rosemary smells. Just wait, there's another layer. Oh my gosh! It firmed up so much that it shot the garlic clove out. We're sitting at 140 internal temp. Whoa, did you see all those juices just fly out? We definitely need another hour, I would say. Maybe a little bit less than an hour. It's looking good though. It birthed a garlic clove miche. Wrap it back up nice and tight. Look, the timer's going off as I'm rewrapping it. Back in the oven. Here, I'll put it in my hands as I go over. And do you get a storm again too, Bonk? With all these crazy storms happening. Well, I guess we can actually stay on this scene. Okay, we'll reset the timer again. We'll just set an hour again, because we can. Oh, the El Nino, like the last bits of it, let's say. Just gonna dry this off a little bit with my clean towel. No wet cheese. Okay, that looks good. We can use it. Okay, so I would say both of the side dishes for today's meal will take around 20 minutes or so. So we know we got a little bit to wait. El Nino's in full swing. Well, stay safe, guys. I know usually we bake something together on Saturdays. Oh, that really went dark on that side. But I didn't plan anything to bake today. It's alright though, we can just hang out. Oh really, Mish? So when you hear El Nino, you think of bunnies? Because, how do you say it? Kaniner? In Danish, you call them niners or nieners? Is it niner then? Must be if it sounds the same. So Misha's like, what do you mean you have bunnies? We do have to practice my Danish. I've never even spoken one word. I was thinking actually this morning of like, the closest I've been to Denmark was, I was at the Copenhagen airport for a layover. I think it was when I was coming back from Asia or something. I really don't remember. Ugh! Misha's yelling at me in Danish. So this is definitely more than half a cup of cheese. Oops. We'll just use what we need and we can put the rest extra just back in the fridge later. But I believe we added more cheese than the recipe called for last time. And we felt good about that. Same as last time though, always rinse off the grater right away. Oh, that's how I introduce myself? No, I can't say any of those words. Imagine trying to learn a language just through a stream. There'd be so much havoc. Dust is speaking Flemish. You guys. Annie would be very proud. Let's just say that. It actually is really close to Flemish. That's interesting. Okay, we got our cheese, if you please. Just gonna rinse this. Keep my cheese piece. And then what else did we learn from Oak Oak last time about Holland? Holland is a province, and the country is the Netherlands. I remember this. How much butter goes into the grits, and then we have to put a nub on top still? Mish says Danish, Dutch, Swedish, Norwegian, Icelandic. It's all kind of the same when you speak it. So 4 tablespoons, half a stick of unsalted butter. So 1 stick is half a cup, so you need like a 1/4 cup of butter. And then like I said, the nubbins, when you serve it, that go on top. So this is just under a cup. Let's just measure from this side instead. So that's what's needed to go into the grits. Just put that in a container. And then I'll just cut a couple cubes that can melt into the corn after they're cooked. Fins have always been odd. Oh my gosh. This is just something that is known. I'll say one of my favorite humans in my life is Finnish. Uh-oh, it didn't break off very nice. I'm just doing my best, okay? I hate when the butter like sticks onto the knife. Get off. You gotta even these cubes up. It's for the photo more than anything, let's be honest. I like get a ruler out so it's literally square. Just like how you put a pat of butter on like pancakes for the photo, same thing with grits. There. If you speak Old English, man, there's like so many languages to learn. I'm overwhelmed already just watching this conversation happen. Hey, Sambo. Put those back in the fridge so they don't melt. Put them actually on top of the green onions so that all the garnishes are together. Okay, we're really laughing now. You gotta commit for life to teach this pirate anything. Oh, it's a forever sort of thing, it's true. Okay, we got the cheese, we got the butter, we got the green onion. We're laughing. Okay, the only thing I actually just forgot, we needed a little bit of butter to cook the cabbage. We do a mixture of butter as well as olive oil, so I'll grab the olive oil. And that's what I find tastes the best together. And then I really like how the color from the carrots comes out when we cook it with the cabbage. It gets this like really nice vibrant sort of like yellow orange color from the fats. Butter should never go in the fridge. That can be like maybe something said for Europe, but I don't trust the butter that's made in North America to be able to do that. Same with like how our eggs are always in the fridge too here. It's just something weird. Hi, Time Okay, how are you? Welcome in. So I'm just gonna get a little bit more butter and just pop it in the pan where we're gonna be cooking the veggies. It's good to go. You always put your butter in the fridge and your eggs, Mish? I don't know then, it's different. Also, we can say like it depends where you live, because I've tried to leave butter on the counter before. Like I had this little butter crock thing that I wanted to use. And yeah, where I lived, when I had that, it was too humid and the butter would just always go moldy on the counter within like a couple days. So I just keep my butter in the fridge now. It's easier that way. I don't like to throw food, right? Happy New Year to you as well, Time Okay. How is your year starting off? Good? Butter for the veggies. We'll see if we even need olive oil from that amount. You lost your flight? What do you mean you lost your flight? That's a long flight to lose. London to San Diego? If you put real cow's butter in the fridge, you don't have butter, you have a brick. Ugh, that is true. It's really hard when you put it in the fridge. Maybe that's just like something us as chefs are used to, right? Because think about a restaurant kitchen. Well, where are you gonna put all that butter to sit out in the kitchen, right? So we often just know that the butter is in the fridge, other than like the baking station. There's always butter left out at the baker's area, but you don't steal the baker's butter. That's not nice. Or if you do take it, yeah, you have to replace it before they get into work. You use goat's butter? Oh, I don't think I've ever had goat's butter either. Time Okay, you were in Paris the week before. Must have been something with the red wines. Sounds like it. Are you okay, please? Blink if you need help. We have so long to wait, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just gonna keep like cleaning stuff up as we're going and munching on my salad. I'm trying to think if I want to like make a dessert, but I can't think of anything quick that I really want to have. I don't have a hankering. Practice my Danish? I need you like here with me though, so I can hear the pronunciation. Putting this away. Amazing time, okay. Oh my gosh. I just flung salad everywhere. Oops. How were my holidays? They were good. I was home for like Christmas time and stuff. I got to see some of my family, so that was really nice. But Sam wasn't home, so it was kind of weird at the same time, you know? Kim doesn't like the curry balls. Why doesn't Kim like the curry balls though? Good luck tomorrow. So I was showing Sam the recipe, right? Because I know sometimes he's like weird with ground meats and stuff. And he's like, yeah, that's exactly how we make meatballs in Germany too, Kate. And so he's like not worried about him at all. And I was like, I've never boiled meatballs before. And then you know what he says to me? He said, yeah, my mom would do that. And then she takes the like meatball water after and makes soup from it. I was like, that sounds legendary. Sam is amazing, I know. Soup water. I was like, legendary. So I might make some soup from the water after. We'll see. So I'm excited to try this. The curry balls tomorrow. How come... Okay, so I was gonna ask why Kim doesn't like it. He hates the texture of it. I'm scared for the texture too, but I'll try anything once. Use the water for the gravy. Okay, perfect. I got lots of apples. Yep. Farmer's way of cooking. You never throw nothing away, right? That's liquid gold right there. I mean, did I even show you guys what I worked on this week? Can I dig it out? So we bought like pork belly from the store, but a couple of the pieces were so fatty. So I just trimmed the really fatty pieces of pork, or the fat off of the pork belly, put it in a pot with water. I think it took me 2 days? 1 whole day. I think 1 entire whole day. And I made my own cooking lard, which there's a little bit of liquid still in the bottom. I have to like re-jar it again. I was so surprised though, the water from underneath the fat went super gelatinous. So I kept that too. So we can use all of this stuff tomorrow for the meatball dish. But yeah, I'm trying to not use seed oils as much anymore. All I have is like the spray non-stick canola oil, and the rest we are switching to lard and like chicken fat and just different animal fats and butter. But I was very proud that I did that because I want to like get into making tallow and stuff from beef, like whipped tallow creams. You never know if you don't try it. Duck fat, oh, meesh. Is duck fat like the most expensive fat in the world? Probably. Close to it, at least. Oh yeah, okay, good one. Whale blubber, which I've also had before. Interesting. I don't know about tasty. Interesting, though. I've had muktuk. This bread just flew out of the fridge. Holy shit. That scared me. Time okay, your story. I've been like slowly reading your airline story. That's funny. So yeah, you can eat the whale blubber, Des. Let me finish this bite and then I'll explain to you. And Mish, we could probably say like most of the whales that are hunted in the northern hemisphere, right? I would say so. Yeah, so Bonk's kind of starting this conversation. So the Inuit do it all the time. So you can eat whale blubber. It's called, what they call it, muktuk. And you can eat like all the different types of whale's blubber. I have had beluga whale blubber before. It was the one that I had, but I know up at camp they've also had like narwhal, which I thought was insane to experience. But anyways, yeah, it is the like outer part, obviously the fat, same thing as us, right? It's on the outside. But for them, it's a little bit different with the whale blubber because it's like the layer of skin that's really chewy, like how, kind of like how pork skin was, I felt like. And then it's this layer of like fatty blubber, and then there was this cartilage piece in the middle that was like very chewy. They could bite through it, but I was really having a hard time. I was scared to break my teeth. They're like, you just bite through it, no problem. And then there's like another layer of fat under that, and then you need a really sharp knife. You cut through the cartilage and you just make these like little pieces of like 1 inch kind of cubes that are pretty thin, like 1 inch by a 1/4 inch, let's say. And then you can eat them a couple different ways. So they had salt by itself, or you could do soy sauce, which is what I tried. Because it was almost kind of like sushi, right? Sashimi. And then Wayne, how did you have it before? You had it different, right?
I've had it raw and I've had it boiled. Only had narwhal. Oh no, I had beluga with you.
But they had a different sauce with it, didn't they? Oh, HP sauce, yeah. So I haven't had it with HP sauce, but I've heard that that's actually a really good way to eat it. So yeah, it's just fat, no meat. So Misha's in Canada, Iceland, Japan, Norway, Russia, South Korea, United States, and Danish dependencies. And Greenland continue to hunt in the 21st century. Hi Nike, how are you doing? Welcome in. They're like little energy bombs. And so let's talk about like the flavor and texture. So the texture is very chewy, and then with the fat it like melts in your mouth. So I compared it to pork belly with like how the skin and the layers of fat were and how chewy it was texture wise, and then the flavor was very fishy. So more like tuna, but like a very strong oily tuna. Not like how mild like albacore and stuff is, right? So pork belly texture, but tuna flavor. And I will tell you, when you get that fat, like I got it kind of, I didn't even think I got it like on my like nose and like on my upper lip, but oh my God. If you get that on your face or anywhere, you're gonna smell that for like 2 days or more straight. I tried to wash it off so many times with soap and water, it doesn't exist. So yeah, if you're like, you have a beard or a mustache, be very careful eating muktuk. Unless you want to smell fish for the next 2 days. Hi, Nike. How's things? They're good, dude. We're chilling today while the pork is cooking. Just taking it easy, honestly. But yeah, I was very honored to have that experience. I actually asked the Inuit that we worked with if I could taste some of it with them. I was scared to do it, but I thought, hey, if I don't ask, you never know, right? And they were like so happy. They're like, of course, come and have like as much as you want. And then the hard part was when we were trying it, they're like, eat more, like take lots. You can't say no to an elder. I was like, okay. So I like took another piece, even though I didn't want it. Do I know how to cook fish and chips? Yes, I do. We used to cook a lot of fish and chips when we lived on the island. Not really too much now because we don't live by the ocean anymore. Where have I been? I've literally been at home the whole time. What, since like October? I've been home the whole time. Okay, that was a great muktuk chat, everyone. I think we're gonna start cooking soon. I'm gonna check on the pork again. 5 more minutes, that's another half an hour. I'm gonna check on it, see how it's doing. And then it'll probably take us around 30 minutes to finish off the meal anyways, and we might be good to go. If you want crispier fish, if you do fish and chips, use rice flour. Yep. That or do a mixture of like cornstarch with regular flour is also a good option. You're welcome, Dust. Yeah, such a cool experience. Some other things that I still would like to try, and obviously I have to make my way back up north, right, is caribou. I still want to be able to try that because they often just eat it like raw, frozen. And then they use this special knife, is called an ulu, right? So they use this special knife. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but you like hold it like this, and then it comes out, and it's like kind of swooped on each side, and then just like this big blade, and then they like chop it down. Reindeer, we don't have in Nunavut, I don't think. It's just caribou. Yeah, cornstarch if you don't have rice flour, bonk. I have tried, what have I tried though? I think we tried dried caribou though in the summer when it was Nunavut Day. It was very chewy and like not really flavorful. It just tasted like really like dried meat. And then they also do like air dried fish, Arctic char or trout. And that was really interesting. Once again, like a very dry product because it is preserved in that way to last, right? You don't need a fridge or anything like that. You believe reindeer and caribou are the same animal? I believe they are not. They're similar, but they're definitely not the same, I don't think. Trying to think of any other country food, because they call it country food, chat. They're like traditional foods that they eat. And that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm gonna get the trivet back over for us to check the porco. Hopefully it's getting a little bit jiggly. And then we'll start cooking our grits as well as our cabbage. Probably cook both of them around the same time because grits don't really hold that well after you have them ready to serve, as they'll kind of keep absorbing the moisture, just like how when you make polenta. So don't try and pre-make your grits ahead of time. Oh yeah, who was saying that, boss man? Was FCB telling us that? The frozen iguanas in Florida falling off the trees? Ooh, that's crazy. The poor iguanas, they don't know. They're not ready for that. Okay. Let's take this out. Do we want to peek at it when I take it out? Probably. I'll probably uncover it at this point anyways. let it start to crisp up a bit more. There's frozen alligators in Texas too? What is going on out there? According to NPS Gov, wait, reindeer and caribou are the same species?
100%.
It is?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me this the whole time, Wayne?
Saying it for about 4 minutes.
I can't hear. Louder.
This is really quiet.
Fucking louder, brah.
It was meant for you, not for them.
It's everyone. This little garlic clove is really... It's really out there, isn't it? You can put a link if you want. Thank you for asking. Oh yeah, we're getting there. It's still a little firm. But we're already up to 175. That's a lot better than before. And look at all those juices that we got. So we'll put that back into the oven to finish off while we cook the side dishes. Oh no. What happened? We had to time them out? Wait, they tried to press the link? And Stream Elements auto kicked them out? What is going on? Auto ban? Who put this setting on? We were literally posting links all last week. Thank you very much, Bonk. I think we have to fire Stream Elements after this one today. I was really hovering on it these last few weeks, but that's it for me, man. You're fired. I love how Go Farmer, I'm like, yeah, just go ahead and post a link, no problem. Banned. Hammered. I'm sorry, friend. That was not part of the plan. Okay, we're gonna switch views now. This stream is insane today. I don't even know what else to say at this point. I think we'll start with the grits because they... I don't know, will they take a little bit longer? Heck it. Heck it, we'll turn them both on at the same time. So this is where we're gonna saute our cabbage and carrots. Cabbage. Boom. I see my video is lagging a bit. Let me catch it up there. Carrots. Boom. So we just have butter in the pan so far, and we'll start by cooking the cabbage first. And then in the back over here, I believe we just pour the grits with the liquid. Are we back in retrograde? I thought we just came out of retrograde. It was really a government link. Oh, I believe the link was okay. I don't know. I've never had Stream Elements just ban someone like that before. April 1st it goes back into retrograde? Right. I was like, I think we just got out of it. Okay, this is what they say. Place your liquid, your grits, and a couple pinches of salt into a pot and bring it to a boil over high heat. Immediately remove it from the heat and set it aside for 15 minutes. And then after that, you just bring them back up to a simmer and you put the butter and cheese in. That's literally it. That is so easy. So you don't really have to see it, but I'll show you as they're cooking for sure. So our 5 cups of liquid. And then I'm just actually gonna remeasure the grits because I measured them before we milled them, so we might actually have more now. From this amount. Probably just the burner that I turned on. It happens. Okay, so boom. We only need 1.5 cups of these. Just so we don't mess up our dry to liquid ratios. Yeah, that was pretty perfect. Maybe a little bit more than we should have, but not so bad. Always good to double check. If you're second guessing, just recheck it. It's easier that way. Hey, butter's melting. You brought back home the worst chili peppers that exist in the world? Why? The Pepper X? Is that actually what you brought back? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so we're pouring into the pot the grits. 1.5 cups of grits, 5 cups of liquid. And we got our butter and cheese back here. And they said a couple teaspoons of salt. Got it. Let's get a spoon so we can stir it up a bit. And a spoon for the cabbage. And then we'll pop the lid on here. So it's gotta come to a boil. Turn that burner up. Okay, we'll let the butter sizzle a little bit more. Kind of clarify it first. Butter. Everything is better with butter. Sweet pea, are you doing okay? Where is that awesome emote I have? The Pepper X is 3 million Scoville units. Why do we consume that? For pain purposes? Because we like pain? Because it's delicious, the roommate says. I guess. It's okay if the cabbage is done a little bit early, chat. That's a-okay, don't worry. It's gonna take a little bit to cook anyways. The peppers give a nice buzz. That's true. It's like a natural energy drink almost, right? It literally lights a fire under your butt. Okay, that will definitely take a bit to get this sauteed. So we'll get a little bit of browning on the cabbage for sure. We can season it now as it's cooking. Now I call him a roommate? Are you thinking I'm calling Sam my roommate? That'd be hilarious. I like pepper, so I'm going pretty heavy on it. Pep. Speculated. Well, you know what assumptions do. I won't go farther than that. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Finally finished my coffee. Success. Okay, nothing's happening in the grits pot, but when something does happen, I'll show you. Who created the Pepper X is a madman? I would say so. To create something like that, for sure. Might turn up my heat a little bit more past medium for these veggies. Just while we're working on cooking the moisture out first here. A little bit higher heat. Never hurt anyone. Okay, I'm gonna get some plates out while we're waiting. Oh, you know what else was really good with these grits is when we put a little bit of lemon with them. So we'll probably put a splash of lemon juice either in them or just on top when we plate it, because that was so good to cut through the richness of the butter and the cheese. What is it then? Sam is my husband, and then we have a roommate that is our friend. Let's be honest though. A husband can still be a roommate because you're still sharing the same room. Sam's dying. Look what you did. Dust. Okay, we're peeking up. I'm gonna bring you over. Hold on, chat. We're going up. This is what's happening in this pot. Just coming up to a simmer. Dosh, take a deep breath. So Sam does not live in the same room? Ah, he does, so he's a roommate as well. Sam is Dog. That's my husband. We have a roommate who is our friend. His name is Wayne. No, he doesn't sleep in the same room as us.
Yeah.
We have bunk beds, duh. This is like one of the most unhinged streams I've ever broadcasted live. This is insane. I don't think Wayne is married. Definitely not to me. But maybe someone else. I suppose, yeah. We can't really judge because people do live in all sorts of different ways now. It's 2024, right? Ooh, look at how we're getting some color on this cabbage. But no, we're not in an open relationship and we're not polyamorous. I'm in a monogamous marriage, thank you. I'm glad we got that sorted out. Woo! Why not? That sounds like a conversation not for on stream. That's not the original Sam though, as that's the resurrected Sam. The original Sam went kaput the other day when someone brought up using a utility knife in the kitchen. Yeah, he died. Okay, look. We're boiling. The grits. So it says bring it to a boil, then turn it off. Yeah, I'm yelling because this is serious. And then just take it off of the burner, it said. I'm just gonna give it a little swirl. Because I'm intrigued as to what's going on down there. We'll just let it sit there. It says for 15 minutes. Well, I got 16 minutes on my timer. Okay, see this color that we're building up now on the cabbage? That's exactly what we want. And now we're gonna add the carrots in. Stir it up. Are we goat people? Goats are poly, so why not us? Guys, don't ask streamers these questions on the internet. Do you just walk up to people you don't know and ask you, hey, why are you not in a polyamorous relationship? Oh my god. Wayne, it's your turn to stream. Are you sure? Well, we gotta confuse him. You're just telling me why. I know you are a goat farmer. You're doing awesome. Don't worry about it. Now that's the way to change the subject. Thanks, Crimson. I've had some nice Caribbean goat curry in Ottawa once, and I do enjoy goat cheese. I as well. Goat curry sounds awesome. Okay, look at how this totally changed the color here, right? I'm just going to grab a fork and see how this is all tasting together. Mmm. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Just one little drizzle all around. And then, for sure, some more salt and pepper. Don't need much more. But once you add the carrots in, it really adds this nice sweetness that you gotta balance out. I hate when that happens, Crimson. When you find this awesome place to eat, like a mom and pop spot, and then it's closed the next time you go. The saddest thing ever. Ah. We'll mix this up. I'm just gonna turn off the burner now. That looks really good. I like when it has a bit of crunch still. It's not really soggy. And yeah, some of the cabbage pieces got some nice browning on there. Get a little bit of everything. It's gonna be really hot, so just let it cool off for a sec. And then we can finish the grits next. So we'll just pop a lid on this. Mmm. It goes really floral tasting, I find. When you mix the cabbage and the carrot like this, I don't know. It always tastes the same though. Like every time I taste this, it reminds me of when my mom would make it. I'll give it one more stir before we pop the lid on. Just to keep it warm. We'll switch this. Our grits. What do we got? Those have got to sit for like 10 more minutes. But let's see how they're doing. Oh yeah, they thickened up. Can you come closer? I'll raise you up a little more so you go in the pot. Oh, we can't really go anymore. Okay, so all we did was we put the corn grits in this pot with our liquid amount. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how thick it got. And then we brought it to a boil. And then we just promptly took it off of the heat. So now I'm just stirring it up as it's resting, because we have to rest it for 15 minutes before we finish it. Looks so good already, though. I'm gonna give the corn just a little taste to see how cooked it is. Just in case we do have to cook it a touch more. We don't want it crunchy at all, right? It is like fully cooked, perfect. Nice little al dente on there. Guys, I think we scared everyone away with that conversation. No one even has anything to say now. There's crickets. Okay, I'm only gonna wait 5 more minutes until we finish the grits. We add the butter. And, like, not all of this cheese back here. Probably half for sure. Crickets? You don't want to get in trouble. Dust. Dust, please. All good, guys. I was just making a joke. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was kind of like looking to see who we're gonna go raid next. BB Bubs is making a croquembouche board? What is this all about? A croquembouche board. That sounds wild. Does anyone in chat even know what a croquembouche is? It is like the cream puff tower, let's say. If I say it like that, does it make sense, Dust? Have you ever seen... They usually make it around Christmas, is you like layer cream puff, stack it like a Christmas tree, and then you cover it in caramel strings. So I don't know what BB Bubs is doing pertaining to a board like that. Maybe just a bunch of different varieties of cream puffs. But yeah, this is something that we had to learn how to make in culinary school. It was a good challenge for sure. I actually really excelled at it. I was quite impressed, but this is also that time. If you guys have heard me say this story of when I had a classmate make like sugar lava in a pot. That's when they did that. Is they were trying to make their caramel for the croquembouche. They burnt it so bad, it's literally formed charcoal in the pot, and so they thought, hey, what, like, how am I gonna get this out? I'm gonna put it under water. I've never heard an instructor yell like that. And like the echo of his yell in the classroom, when like everyone just stops what they're doing, right, and turns around. It's like, what just happened? Did someone die? Just no. And then you get used as like what not to do example. Poor person. But yeah, if you ever have molten sugar like that, you never go to put it under water. Same with like a grease fire. Water doesn't go to those like fires and things. Not the time to do it. Would have like lit on fire, pretty sure. It'll explode. Seriously. Like they would have got so hurt. And think about like how hot that is. Our skin is not equipped to handle hot sugar. It's scary. So we're always scared of hot things, especially sugar and oil, I would say though. Out of any of them, those two are the scariest. Okay, we're coming back over. Ready, guys? I'm turning it on. Just a medium heat now. And maybe I'll just pop the butter in there so we can see it heating up and melting. Good amount of butter in the grits. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, don't be scared because, yeah, you can't live your life in fear. Be cautious and respectful. That's why I always say those things don't have feelings, but we do. And be careful when you're making these grits, because the starch gets really hot as well. So kind of same scenario, anything that's sugary, starchy, and fatty, it will really stick to your skin when it's hot, and it's really painful. So just be cautious. Can't wait to see how the pork is after all this. Cheese, cheese, if you please. See how it starts bubbling like a volcano? That's the scary stuff. Just gonna turn it down a little bit. That's literally it, guys. I'm just gonna turn that off now so we don't cook the cheese onto the bottom of the pot. That's also a tragedy. That's why we don't add the cheese at the beginning of the cooking process. And I will say, so the way that these grits taste when they're done is like a corn mac and cheese. I might add the rest of that cheese. A little bit more, and it's still a touch al dente. So I'm gonna let them cook on low for these next couple moments while we're plating up. And then the other thing I feel like we need just after having that bite is for sure some salt. But I think we'll keep the pepper to put on top, not inside of the grits mixture. Nice little simmer. I don't think I milled these as fine as the last ones. I went a little bit finer last time, but that is a-okay. Okay, pork time. I'm gonna go grab a cutting board and we will prep our little carving station over at the other camera. Usually the juices really run when we slice the meat, so I always put a cloth underneath the board. I'm peeking at the sky to see if it's still nice out for us to go for a walk still after stream. I think it's still pretty good. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Sharp things. Sharp, pointy things. Holy. It's looking pretty dang good after we took the foil off, I would say. Look at this. Hello. Hello there. Those juices I would just like put into the grits. We should let that rest a moment too, hey? Probably. But we can take it out of the pan. Yes, bonk, the disclaimer. Turn up the lights. Hello, Burn Steph. Okay, so never pour those juices down the sink. You can either use them as like kind of a sauce for the dish today, or you can save them and repurpose them into something else another day. Just stirring the grits really quick before I come over. Gotta get our green onion and butter out of the fridge. Nice, that was actually perfect. The timer's just going off for the second hour. Oyakadon? What's oyakadon? I don't know if I've ever had that before. Okay, I think we should zoom in a little bit to this. Hello. Pop the knife up there. Maybe not because it's really bright. I love how these couple garlic cloves just snuck out. But the rest of them totally got sealed into the meat. So then I think we have to turn this. Because we gotta slice against the grain, right? I think we actually slice this way. Hard to tell though. Chicken, egg, onion, scallion simmered in a sweet miso served on rice. Ooh. That sounds good. Is it good stuff, Bonk? Okay, let's see how long 5 minutes feels. Let's go back over for a sec. Just do one final taste on our grits. Yeah, we have the meats, it's true. It's here. Nike, you add mushroom to what Bonk is eating? This looks so yellow, I love it. I'm just gonna use the back of this fork. I'm doing it. Are you guys ready? I'm being crazy. I want to pour some of these juices in. Because it's getting a little bit thick. Dirty. But it's not sticking on the bottom. That's good. Okay. The salt level was good. The cheese tasted good. It's a dirty move. Yes, it is. Those are the things we do here. Okay, I don't want to wait any longer, so I'm slicing it. I'm going in. Sambo often slices, but we're doing it today. And so I'm gonna keep this like pretty chunky. This is how I was thinking of serving it, is like kind of slicing it a bit thicker and then cutting them into like little pork chunks to eat with the grits and the cabbage and stuff. Or you can like thinly shave it as well. Up to you what you like. Sam, do you have a preference?
Nope.
He doesn't have a preference, so do whatever you want. So all we did to this pork is we stabbed it and then stuffed garlic cloves in, a whole head of garlic. And then we covered it in Dijon mustard. Ooh, look at that jiggle. There's like a little jiggle, but it still has its structure. So Dijon mustard rub. Look at the juices even. The garlic. And then just salt, pepper, coriander, and rosemary. And slicing through like butter. I'm just laying these flat because we're gonna chunk them up, right? Meat nubbins. Oh, the garlic smells. And then I also wanted a little piece from this end. Just to see. A taster, if you will. The taster for Sambo. What? No, just do this. It's hot. The taster for Sambo. Oh! What the heck? When I was slicing it, the meat felt so firm. But what I just ate, it just melts in your mouth. So I'm gonna do like 1-inch chunks. We'll do them both together at the same time. Should we flip this one over because that's the end piece? Oh. So it just goes to show. Like pulled pork, in my mind, is overrated now. And roasted pork is underrated. This is just something we have come to learn over the years. Like getting sick of cooking pulled pork, getting sick of eating pulled pork. So even if you cook it just a little bit less, it still turns out so dang good. The edge pieces are really good, Bonk, because it's like fatty, and you get the crust, and then the meat just like melts in your mouth. Ugh. It turned out. And then the leftovers from this, you could like I was saying earlier, shave up the pork. And look, like we didn't even really have juices run out of here. But yeah, shaved pork sandwich the next day with this leftover. Oh, babies. Love how dark it looks in here once it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just darkness. Yeah, you could do that too, right? We didn't serve it with a sauce, but you could totally dip it into barbecue sauce if that's something that you like. I think I'll actually... No, I'll just leave that there. I'll just bring the pans over. Or maybe I'll just bring the plates over and fill them on the stove top. Okay, so I'm scooping grits into the bottom of the plate first. Oh, shoot. Of course, my first scoop, like, excluded. I'll clean it up, don't worry. That's how the texture should be. Basically, like a corn version of oatmeal. A corn porridge, if you will. It's just savory. From here, we're just going to crack a bit of pepper onto the grits, because I really liked them last time I served them that way. As well, our garnish. Ah, it's jumping off. We'll give Sambo the bigger nub of butter. Just pop your butter right in the middle there. And then we're just doing some green onions around the plate to kind of bring everything together. And then we'll add the rest of everything else on top. I think we'll do our veggies next, and then the pork last. Such like a grandma meal. Oh my gosh. Grandma's cooking. I love it. Especially for wintertime food. Comfort food is the way to go. One more scoop of cabbage for me. Dip the pork in ranch, you sicko. We were just having this conversation of dipping things in ranch. I think if I flip it over, the pork is gonna look like way juicier and fatty, yeah. So give everyone like end pieces as well as the center cuts. Ooh, definitely some of these like fatty bits. Yes, please. Okay, I think that'll look good for a photo. We successfully made a mess in the kitchen. That's how you know the food's gonna be good. Hey, Scoots, never be sorry if you have company. I know life happens. Okay, I just gotta take a photo. Blue cheese dressing for wings? Yep. You're right on that one. Look at Samo's butter nub. Melted in already. Gotta turn up the light just for this. Get the garlic cloves in there. The pool of butter. Okay, Sambo, you coming to eat? Gotta switch the plates around. This one's for Samo. Oops, I didn't mean to press that wrong button. I turned it on and then I turned it off. Forks shall be had, but knives aren't really needed. In the Balkans, you call this kachamak with the fried pork meat? Interesting. Bob! Hi, Bob. How are you doing? Have you been lurking the whole entire stream? Just like every other one? This is our close-up. The smells, though, guys. The smells. Okay, get that out of there. I just wanted to stir in some of the butter. Which pork piece are we going for? This one right here? the garlic flavor, or I do go on the other side. Hi, I'm left-handed. It's hard to eat. And maybe put a little bit of salt on the pork after it's been cut, but let me eat it with everything else first and see. It's always better to add salt at the end though. Just drop my grits on the board. Rather than to be like, oh, I've added too much salt, now what, right?
The carrots are really good.
It's a good mix, right?
Yeah.
For how simple that is. Cook cabbage and carrots with butter, olive oil, salt, and pepper. And it's seriously one of my favorite things ever. So cheap. Can you tell he saves the good stuff for last? I'm opening the patio door because it's really warm in here. Better not be any pigeons out there. Yeah. Samo gets the crinkled look. Oh, it gets really serious. It's true. How good are those, though? It's almost like mac and cheese, right? Don't worry, there's lots. So it's a good thing that we caused all the ruckus today? Yeah. Nike. I keep losing my grits off the fork. Stop it. He just saves all the pork chunks for last. I really thought they would be a lot more chewy.
What?
The pork still. It actually cooks so quick. Another thing, I thought the rosemary was going to be a little too strong on the outside, and it's not.
Pork shoulders are better than loins. Every time.
Chat, pork shoulders better than loins. Wise words of Sam, every time. The wine, we poured wine into the roasting pan, so that's like what this is we roasted it with some white wine when it was covered. So that's like liquid gold in there. I'm not throwing that out. But yeah, we kind of followed the recipe I linked. That was the best one I found online as far as something similar to how we do cook our pork. Yeah, darker meats are always tastier, right? Guys, if you're wondering why I'm not like eating a ton, it's just I'm not super hungry right now. You know the deal. But look at this. I need this bite. The bite with pork and the garlic clove together. You can't not. Yeah, agreed. Butts are better. Garlic clove surprise. What did we eat? Like half of that chunk we made? He's looking to see if there was more pork so he could eat it off of my plate. Paper cuts, no! You can eat the fatty bits, yeah. He knows I don't like the super fatty bits, so he always cleans it up for me. Those grits though, right? That's like a staple now. It's really good, Bear Claw. Such like a simple meal today, really. We are beast. Bless your own soul. What are you doing? He's beast? He's flexing.
Well
Clean
done.
Plate Club. We did it.
Well done.
We did it. Okay, so the carrots and cabbage, yeah, I could not find a recipe online for the life of me that was similar to what I did, which was so simple, right? So all I did was I like diced up the cabbage instead of shredding it. So you dice your cabbage and you shred your carrots with a box grater. Excuse me. And then you just heat up butter in a pan first until it's like really bubbling. Add your cabbage, saute it until it's like kind of starting to brown. Add your carrots after that. Just give it a stir for a couple minutes, and you can add a little bit of olive oil at the end if you want. That's what I did today, and it really helps like that beautiful yellow color come out. And that is seriously it, you guys. Salt and pepper. Cabbage, carrot, oil, butter, salt, and pepper. What did it take me? Like less than 15 minutes on the stovetop total? Nike, just your typical Northern Canadian, man. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's it though, guys. So good. So we made the grits today because when we made them last time on stream, they were seriously so good that I was like, I need to make this for Sam for when he is home. So that's why we did this today. Obviously, tell by the clean plate, it passed the test. Now he has experienced that. Cabbage is so good, right? You could have it raw, cooked. There's so many different ways to have cabbage. Who's the gentleman with me in the kitchen? That's my husband. His name is Sam. And if you see him in Twitch chat, his username is Omdog. That'd be so good. Don't say feta cheese too loud in here. Might summon some people. That's Sam.
I would eat Caitlin's plate too. If she didn't need to eat.
You would eat it? It's that good?
Yeah.
But you just have extra of everything else back
Yeah, I know,
there,
but,
though.
like, it'd just be
But
easier.
this is just like ready to go.
Yeah.
He's ready for
See,
it.
that's what happens when you say feta.
Yeah, that's right. But this would be good with feta, let's be honest. You're a bit herbed, just like the pork. Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow cooking. For Mish, actually. Kiwi Mish, right here, live in stream. She saved up 50,000 pots and pans points just watching it. Doesn't cost her anything monetarily. And she asked us to make some Danish food tomorrow. So I'm very excited to make those meatballs with curry. We are going to get the meat grinder out tomorrow and grind our fresh pork for our meatballs. I'm very excited for this. See how it is. No sense in wasting it. That is very true, Vicky. Sharing is caring, as we always say here. Thank you for the 100 bits as well. Yeah, Mish says we'll be tasting Danish balls tomorrow. Meat in the form of balls. Oh man, I love us. And yeah, if you missed the stream yesterday, we didn't do any cooking. We finished off the last of the Lego tiny plants, and that was also very fun, and they turned out really cute. Let's see who's still on Twitch, because we're gonna go raid someone. This was a long one. We almost went 4 hours today. What is going on? Let's go see BB Bubs. We haven't raided him in a bit. I like hanging out there. And plus then we get to see what a croquembouche board is, because that's also two intriguing words together. Bubs! Let's go see Bubs. Legendary human being. Met him in human form a couple years back. So, give him a follow if you haven't followed his stream yet. Let's go see what he is cooking up. Also a like trained chef, so you will learn a few things there from him. One other note on the stream that we're going to raid is it is 18 plus. They use cannabis there, so just be aware of that if you have kiddos around. Okay guys, thanks for hanging out today. Lots of bits on the hype train. Holy shit, like 3,000 bits today. Thank you very much. 75% of the way there. And thank you for all of the resubs as well. I appreciate all of you just hanging out with us. That's all you need to do. We're 100 years no streaming. That's what it feels like sometimes, right? When we're not around. Yeah, I believe it. But yeah, if you need anything at all, you know where to find us. Pop into our Discord channel. All of our recipes are posted there every week if you want to make anything that I make from stream. Other than that, I'm gonna hit this button, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific for some more cooking. Stay safe out there. See you next time. Bye!